Hello, good morning. My name is Miss Imel. How are you, students? Fine, thank you. Now, are you ready to study? Okay, me too. This is the first time after my 3 years vacuum of teaching, so I'm a bit of excited to teach for the first time again with you all guys. So how about we start today's lesson with singing of the rules of my class. You must know sponsor of songs, don't you? Who listens to the teacher inside the class? Aye, Captain. And raise their arms and what's that? Aye, Captain. Who sits properly and respect everyone? Aye, Captain. And follow those rules until the end. We the learners, we the learners, we the learners must follow rules. Yeah. Okay, after checking your rules, I'm very happy that you all are here and you've sung the song of our class rule. So you need to listen to teacher and you need to raise hand to state your opinion or anything that, and then you have to sit properly and then you have to respect each other, your friend, your teacher. You have to follow the rules until the end of the class. Understood? Okay, good job. You've done very great in the first part of the lesson. What we are going to learn, anybody knows? That's cool. Now we are to learn about okay, this is gonna be my material for students. I'm taking topic of summarizing, how to summarize a text. My topic is something up in the air. So I will ask students, I will tell them our purpose is today's learning. Then we're gonna paraphrase. Before summarizing, we're gonna do vocabulary building sentences, sequencing ideas, and sentence separating. And after that, the last part is summarizing. This is for elicit the idea from their prior knowledge. I will come up with the air and everything associated with air, like flying, weather. Maybe they come up with birds, airplane, pollutions, rain, aircraft, and so on. After the students have jotted down their ideas into this spider diagram of sun diagram, I will ask them to make mind map. Choose one of the ideas. For example, they choose weather. I want them to write the subheading of the idea, to make the subheading of the idea. Types of weather, for example. In this case, I make the table. They can also make mind map or create mind map, whatever they are comfortable with. They need to find the topics of the subheadings. Like mine, types of weather, I divided types of weather into just two categories, daily and extreme. For daily, I elaborate daily topics into sunny, rainy, cloudy, windy, and so on for the extremes. And I want them to draw their mind map with this kind of technology, slide drawing. Or when it is offline, we'll ask them to draw on their books. This is the first step. We're talking about subheading. And then second step, we proceed to second step. When they can make their own subheadings to make paragraphs and then later to make a text. Now, before that, they need to indicate or identify subheadings on a text. Like this, the first paragraph, the second paragraph, the third, and the fourth. They need to find subheadings, suitable subheadings for that, those paragraphs. And also I need them to write their answers in this bar. You can just simply click that and then spill their answer, their ideas over there. When they are able to make subheadings of all paragraphs, proceed to deeper vocabularies. I want them to find the replacement of the 10 underlined words. This is to see whether they can replace, whether they understand the whole text, understand the meaning when the words are changed, and to make them creative when they make their own text. They can use the advanced choices of words. And when they're done, as per usual, I will ask them to jot down their answer, to write down their answer in this bar. I will overview and then proceed to the next step. After their understanding about each words, they now need to understand the figurative language. Like in this text, I have found 3: dual speed rivals, the golden age, and thanks to the increase. This is to know or to discover whether they understand or acknowledge about the figurative language, such as metaphor, and then personifications, and similes. When they indicate those meanings, that means they are all aware of the whole text meaning, or what the text are trying to convey. They need to give me the short answer of that. And in this exercise or in this task, they're allowed to do it in pair or in groups. Last but not least, not yet, this is not the last. Last but not least, select the 3 topics. Actually, this is 4 topics. Select the 4 topics derived from the text. What is each paragraph is trying to deliver. What is the purpose of each paragraph? For instance, the purpose of the first paragraph is to tell us how to build a kite. The second paragraph is trying to convey the uses of kite. The third paragraph is telling about the history of kites, and the last paragraph is trying to say about the decline of uses of kite or kite flying. When they are able to find the topics derived from the text, they can jump to the last step, which is writing summary or summarizing a text. This is crucial steps of summarizing. The first one, they need to identify and underline the essential information, not including anything irrelevant, and also ignoring minor details, repetition, and examples. Try as simply as possible, but not too simple, because it can cause oversimplification. After they have found the essential information or important information, they can transfer the points and change the phrase into their own words. Where is it possible? Where it is possible? And try to use limited words. So when the text comes in 4 paragraphs, they may have only used 2 paragraphs in a summary. And then the last one, paraphrase figurative language. When they found a figurative language, they need to describe the figurative language into their own words, without figurative or without metaphor or kinds of other figurative language. They need to explain that clearly what that means. And I will try and I will ask them to write the summary in for about 10 or 15 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes. And the last part is giving them quiz. I'm really excited to give them multiple choices or quizzes, because mostly this is what they are excited or is interested in, excited for. This is the first question. The second questions, they need to input their answer here. So I gamify the multiple choices quizzes, so they can see the first winner or the victor, the runner-up, and who is in the third position until the last one. Maybe they all get correct answers, but we see who's the fastest in answering the questions. The first or 2 questions may be still easy, but the last questions, some of the last questions are insisted on their critical thinking, their deeper understanding about what it is, because the answers are not explicitly in the text. Okay, this is the end of my teaching demo. I hope this is helpful to show my teaching demo. I'm taking topic of reading, how to summarize a text. Thank you so much for your time.